again, I think should be focused on getting Milkyway resources. His prowess on 80 junglers is really, really high, and we want to see what this team can do. You have
extended a little bit with things like Baron not spawning until 25 minutes this time nowadays. I've been trying just like to see what champions I can like solo Otacon on. Looks like we'll hold that thought though, as we see some combat both in the top side jungle and in the top lane. Bot burns his cleanse to get away from the concussive blows. RNG looking to take control of the grub there.
Milkyway, he can hit level 6 here. Yeah, he has the Heartbreaker now. This should be a one fight for RNG. FPX are not going to be moving in. They're going to take their lead. They get themselves to level 6, forces FPX off the objective, and maybe they even just try to go for this dive. If anything, it looks like Milkyway just wants to be aggressive and try to find some camps.
Look at though. He already won that level 1 to try to get himself on the blue side. Now forcing a flash and the ultimate out of care in the mid lane. In the top side there. Getting pushed in a little bit, could set up a position for them up there. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we see Jue dash in here with the Pop Blossom, stuns up too. There goes Sorrow, and that's first blood for bot. Another teleport coming in from both mid laners as Tangyuan and Care join the party. That's going to be all she wrote there on this one, unless they try to find something here in a 4v2. Care uses the ultimate to get away, and it looks like that should be it. Meanwhile, on the top side, we did see Milkyway go the mid lane as well, finds the stun onto Sorrow, and Lola gonna go forward here with that ultimate as well.
Oh,
they
no.
find the Nico. Nailing right back in by bot, but those are some crucial cooldowns used by both sides.
Sorrow ultimate, so that is something that they can look for. Sheer is looking for a teleport after he finishes recall. Xiaoshu is on his way. The top laner should arrive at the same moment, but it's those big ults. I'm looking at what Tangyuan can do with his command shockwave.
A very big cooldown that has not been used. Dachi and Lola have both utilized their R buttons right now, and that is why FPX has been able to take control of this Dragon Pit for now. They're trying to zone out Zhaozu. Want to make sure he does not get into the fray. Sheer doing a good job to zone. Now it's a 50-50 and a 4v4. Who's going to find the smite? It will be FPX as they pick up their second Dragon of the game. But now the re-engage here for RNG could be big. But on the other side, it's Shui with the Pop Blossom. Now Sorrow over the other side as well, looking to lock down Tangyuan on Shockwave. Just issued way too late, and it could be a big wipe here for FPX. They get 5 just for Jue. You have to be fans of both.
We have great Nidalee players here. Milkyway's not one of them. But
we got FPX starting up this Otacon buff. Looks like RNG do want to contest. Again, likely having to start with Milkyway. He's the strongest player on their team, but they're not getting anywhere close. And there's already bot with the Kalista taking down the Otacon. Now it's Sorrow diving all the way in on the back line, looking to lock down the Ashe, but goes a little bit too far forward. But his team is there to back him up. Pops the stopwatch just in time. The Aurora will get the first kill. Zhaozu now stuck in the middle of everybody, and 2 kills on top of that neutral objective secured for FPX. Tier 3 of the game for themselves, while also bot and the rest of FPX can take down this tier 2 down bottom lane. Fate's Call comes out from bot, doing a ton of damage here with those spears coming in. Ren not going to be enough, and they're just going to buy their time. Continue to let these waves crash in.
Great spot. It's going to continue to accentuate your strengths, but if you're never actually able to hit those
Milkyway, he looked for a flank, instead going to get caught up by the Pop Blossom as well. As the cease and desist here from Sorrow, bot picks up the kill, and the star jungler for RNG is down to his old
RNG,
team,
come on.
for something. Nice shockwave comes out from Tangyuan. Bot is low, will get shut down here by Jakchi, but I don't think it's going to matter. The all-out is coming through from Sheer. He's very tanky here on this front line so far. It is a 3-for-2 in FPX's favor, with Tangyuan and Jakchi trying to find some way to save this game. Ultimate comes out from Care. He uses the dash to go forward, and he goes right underneath the Nexus turret, and that could prove costly. Jakchi picks up the kill, and FPX is forced to retreat and defend this Chemtech soul that is about to spawn. Are making their way up there, and this time the Enchanted Crusader does find Care. Glacial Fissure comes out. Care will be able to escape without losing too much of it.
Oh, RNG, I think you just need to push. You can give up. Like, yes, you lose the soul, but if you lose this fight, you're going to lose the game anyway.
3,000 HP. Jue coming in, locking down the main. Carries TP. Is it fast enough? Not yet. Tangyuan finds the shockwave onto 3. The soul's already claimed. Bot and Xiaoshu trying to find a 1v1 down there. Milkyway will fall. It's a double kill here for Sorrow, and that is the ace that you alluded to, Hawk. FPX winning the fight.
Well, RNG, it looked good in the first 15 minutes, but your lack of proactivity and the lack of kind of in-game shot calling, we didn't get to see them actually start fights very often, leads to FPX. They have all the go buttons, all the go tools, the agency is in their back pocket with these kits, and they're going to take a pretty resounding Game 1 victory. In a lot of instances, misfortunes, especially in professional play, are always looking for kind of the perfect angle. The one where the enemy team is completely crowd controlled, they can't actually stop you from utilizing your ultimate, and you're under no threat. You look on RNG by someone like Nautilus very early on, and misfortune just gets outranged by someone like Varus early as well. So, alright, yeah, we're back, boys. We're back to healing runes. Alright, let's see if they can maybe get this dive down. Miniwave's in a bad spot, though. They've already cleared it out. I think it's a pretty
but they
tough
walk
look
right in, and that's
RNG.
going to just be an easy kill. Lola finds the dredge line without even having to go under turret, and Jue will fall. First blood, RNG.
Go for this dive. Jachi is going to look for something under this turret. They still have the Nautilus.
With Lola. Now Sheer, still very tanky. Remember, he's going that tank build, still alive, but finally will go down with Jachi claiming that one. So 2 kills here in the early game for RNG. This is a much better start than game 1. Looks like we weren't really joking. That's going to be a Hall of Radiance first item, as now bot's in some trouble once again on the top side. Lola starting the engage. Nice kick from Milkyway, and Jachi will claim the kill. 3-0 RNG.
A lot of the questions around specifically this mid-jungle duo, as Milkyway has shown that level of performance, and Tangyuan, at least within the last couple of years,
this is the first real aggressive play from FPX, and it might go back and bite them in the butt. Milkyway coming in with a beautiful potential response. Jachi picking up kill number 4 for RNG, and now Shatsu in the back line as well, using the ultimate. Maybe going a little bit too far forward, though. Bullet time comes out. Nice dodge here from Shatsu to prevent himself from going down for a little bit. Bot finally gets the first kill for FPX, but Milkyway's gonna make him pay.
Oh my god, Milkyway!
Finally goes down to the burn, but allows enough time for RNG to clean up the rest of the kills.
Is the trickster to get over it, and 5,000 HP, maybe they can go for
Lola
reset here.
went way too far forward, had tunnel vision onto the Wukong, and is going to pay for it with his life. Sorrow picking up that kill, as Lola thought that he could just continue to run that Wukong down, and the rest of the squad pulled up and said,
everybody's abandoning him, so it'll just be the
look at that damage from Bot, though. On the other side, look at the collapse on that end by FPX. Bot to claim the kill, as Sorrow and FPX now make their way towards the dragon with a numbers advantage.
Xiaoxu's got to be very careful.
Okay,
They're going to just go for a smite fight here.
Wei jumps in. Could be a 50-50. Could be a one-way trip as well. Uses the kick to try and get Sorrow away. Now, they try to get back in, but FPX do a beautiful job of bursting down the Lee Sin before the dragon gets into smite range, so they're able to claim a 2-for-1.
And then you're going to become mine. So Otacon is a pretty cool being. He also had the LOR card spotlight for a long time, similar to Yone actually. Oh wow. Milkyway, no!
Might not be RNG getting Otacon though, as Milkyway getting caught out, but on the other side, Sorrow taking a bunch of damage, and it's Jachi picking up the kill. Sheer now caught by the Chain of Corruption, and this Varus is going off. It's going to be Jachi picking up the first, Jiaozu picking up the second, and after Milkyway was the one initially caught out, it's him going towards Otacon and looking to take it down.
Okay, and FPX as a response, instead of contesting for this objective, let's see how many turrets we can get in response. Even a dragon here, it's going to take a while for RNG to finish this. Only now starting up the dragon. They're a bit too far right now, as
also with the Hall of Radiance now looking like a Frozen Heart third. Bot's like most of the damage right now for this FPX roster. They're going to have to try to do something around this Baron that is now spawning. RNG the ones obviously to get there first. It looks like they're more trying to force a fight than actually take this all the way down.
Yeah, we're waiting to see what exactly they're able to get to. They don't have a ton of vision on flanks as well. Sheer's just now coming. It looks like they want to try to make a play onto this Jason. He's way too tanky. 3,000 HP, just finished the objective, guys.
Okay, well, they're going to pull actually straight off of it. Bullet time gets interrupted by Jiaozu with the ulti. On the other side, the Cyclone is big, but it's not big enough. Tangyuan taking over this fight, and Jachi left untouched for now. Sheer looking to try to collapse on top of him, but he does not do nearly enough damage. Finally, Care will be able to take him down, but Tangyuan will answer right back. It is an ace for RNG as they take firm control of this game in 26 minutes. Jachi is pretty strong right now. It would be a fun 1v1 to watch for sure, even though, of course, the KDA
oh my god, 41% damage share for his team? and Milkyway with 100% KP. I don't think we're going to have a lot of time to do tons of
Well,
setup.
hold on.
It's going to be the
It's
Baron
FPX.
started.
Yeah, they're starting up the Baron. They're trying to force the initiative down about 7,000 gold. Milkyway in position to go force the open Baron. Right now at only about 5,000 HP. He's going to jump into the pit first, start that fight. Looks like Milkyway could find an angle right now, make it a 50-50 potentially as both junglers are in the pit. It will be secured though by FPX. Now can they win the fight on the other side? I don't think so. Already a 2-0. Jhachi has a lethal tempo unlocked. Milkyway dumps over the wall, trying to find another one. Sonic Wave does not connect on the shear, but they slow him down. The cripple will do. 3 kills, 4 kills in trade for the Baron. RNG still on top.
Only the mid laners for both teams are missing their summoner spells. It's for their flash, so this is going to be as even as a fight as it's going to get for FPX. They've got items. Sashu is nowhere near this area right now, so if they find any kind of pick, it is a good start to this, but Sorrow no longer having the Cyclone means that's going to be a tool gone away from FPX as this dragon gets started.
Yeah, full onus of the engage has to go
Lala.
away, but he's the one actually just targeted out first by Lola, able to escape. Not using that quickness just yet. Meanwhile, Jhachi is just one-shotting Sorrow with the Blight stacks. And on the other side of the fight, it's Jiaozu and Tong Yuan, the assassin duo, just obliterating the backline of FPX. 4 kills for nothing. FPX just slaughtered. RNG don't even need to take this dragon. They could just TP straight into the enemy base and even up this series at 1 game apiece.
Solo laners for RNG are going to get it done at the end of the day. Great job in that last team fight to find bot immediately. Sorrow gets picked out. And while Kara is sitting here trying to win a 1v2, RNG are going to strike finally their first game here in the second game of the series. We're going to tie this up 1-1. And with Sejuani alongside this Rel, there's a great enough front line with FPX that I think that this Jinx should be able to carry these fights and allow for these two great AD carries so far, these great rookie AD carries to kind of items for Ahri is really where she kind of gets into her stride. Eventually, she can pick up enough AP to kind of do some more. See this dive on the top lane.
RNG going for an aggressive dive in the top side. Sheer had no chance of getting Mega, and Milky Way just runs straight into the tower and says, I'll take that first blood to RNG. On the other side, Sorrow making a play towards Lola and Jhachi on FPX's side, and it will be Dre landing the final blow. So both teams, both junglers, making plays on opposite sides of the map.
Then having that slow, which is so dangerous for a Jinx. You're already kind of missing out on damage. You really want that positioning now. Walking straight into this Thresh. Gotta be careful, they can turn this now.
Right there. Crashdown doesn't connect onto anyone. Meanwhile, Care, that's stuck in a 1v2. The Unraveled Earth does slow Milky Way down. The Wind Becomes Lightning does not connect, but Tong Yuan has the ultimate first. Spirit Rush will take him down. Overall, RNG feeling pretty comfortable about where things are at as long as they can survive this play down here. Weaver's Wall comes out from Care. This time he has his ultimate. It's going to be flashed away from here by Jhachi and Lola, but Lola will be the sacrificial lamb, and bot finally gets on the board to focus on the mid lane potentially as Care. In some trouble now, gets hit by the charm. Nice combo in terms of damage, just no opportunity for Care to do anything, especially without his flash.
Greaves as his beats, or his choice in terms of attack speed, so but that build is really dangerous, especially since there are some tanks. Alongside this Collector, you have so much armor penetration early. It is something to think about.
RNG looking like they want to try to fight for this Rift Herald, but a really nice Weaver's Wall separates Milky Way from the rest of his team. Thankfully, the Crescent Guard allows him to mitigate a ton of that damage sent out by Care. Now Tong Yuan flash, dashing over the pit, finds the charm just onto Sorrow, and Sorrow is taken down. That's the jungler for FPX out of the picture as the Rift Herald is alive.
Does Tong Yuan go for it again? Doesn't land the charm this time, but Herald is up and available. This has been a really well-played game coming in yet again. Milky Way utilizing that ultimate makes it so it's impossible for FPX. And now they're just playing in a fog.
And it's played beautifully combined with Lola. Joey is able to get out safely though, and there's Sheer hitting Meganar and landing a 2-man stun into the wall. Now stuck in a 1v3 though, just out there a little bit too quick before the rest of his team can respond. Joey trying to buy some time with the Max Storm. Bot does not have much mana. Jhachi's flashing over the wall, and Milky Way's there to help him out as well. It's a double kill for Jhachi, and RNG take firm control of this game in the topside river.
And with both of the summoner spells up, that's going to be a pretty costly investment. This Scryer's Bloom is going to finally see that RNG have started this objective up. Sheer does have his Meganar coming up, and there's a teleport that is available for him.
Hook from Lola, instant finally goes in onto the rail. Remember, with this Otacon buff, if it's picked up, it will result in some resets, and right now FPX doesn't want that to happen, but already the kills are starting to fly. The ultimate from the Gnar does connect onto Jachi. Looks like the FL is going to live for just a little bit. Meanwhile, we see an engage of junglers on the other side. Finally, Jachi will fall, but on the other side of the fight, Care is taken down by Zatsu. Now, Milkyway looking for some kills in a 1v2, but already low on HP. Sheer really arriving to this fight in a big way and allowing for FPX to pull RNG off the objective for now.
Sorrow, are they going to go for Otacon or are they going to go for Baron? It did just spawn at 20 minutes, and it looks like they're going to go for this Baron instead.
Trade could either be Dragon here for FPX, but they want to go for the fight. They know that they cannot afford to give this up with the lead that RNG already possesses. Zatsu spotted
there's
out
no
by
Lantern
Award,
now.
but there's really no way for FPX to even get into this pit. They're going to have to just try to pull off a miracle steal with a Jinx Rocket or something. In comes Sway. Got to find the kill first on the low end. This is excited. This could be a good opportunity for FPX. Sheer not close to Mega though, and that will allow for Milkyway and RNG to claim the Baron Nashor and go back to base home scot-free.
Be looking to start this objective now. You know that they're going to be missing out on some of their key spells. There's no summoner spells, but big ultimates still here for RNG.
Yeah, so RNG opting not to go back to base instead. Looking to make sure
no flash, he's dead.
Bot is just caught out. No boots, no life for the Jinx. And Tong Yuan is the one that pick up the gold. Moonlight Vigil will only hit onto Sheer. It knocks off the Steric Shield, and that will allow for RNG to pick up another objective on the top side of the map. This Otacon almost assuredly theirs, unless Sorrow can find some sort of steal. Has the Arctic Assault and a Smite available, but Zatsu doing a good job at blocking the Sejuani from getting over the pit. It's Milkyway securing the Smite and
into a kill. And now with this Baron, they're just breaking down turrets. They've got themselves the grubs as well. They've got 3 grubs to help with some of that turret take. Care's recalling here. I don't think this is going to be the end of the game, but if they find a pick, they probably are going to look for it.
Yeah, Tong Yuan setting up that wave nicely to allow for the rest of his team to immediately join him in the mid lane to take down the second inhibitor of the game now for RNG. Finally, Care is back. It's going to be a 5v5 under the Nexus turrets if RNG want to start it. They want to pull the trigger, or will they just wait for these minions to wear down these towers, play the long game? Looks like they're gonna wait, not wait very long, as Tong Yuan forces the flash out of Care. Moonlight Vigil with the Infernum doing a decent chunk of damage, and the Glacial Prison from Sorrow does not connect. But on the other side, Zatsu getting chunked to half HP, having that Steric Shield pop. That's the decent cooldown, as well as the flash gone for the Renekton. We'll be able to TP back, but that's already one Nexus turret down. Milkyway dashing in, using that Crescent Guard to knock Sorrow away. Gonna have to go back to base with that death, but with the Otacon, it should be enough for RNG to push
no
to the
way.
end. The next at half HP, they're just forcing themselves onto the crystal, and it's Zatsu coming back with the teleport, going in onto the Nexus, and sending RNG to match point.
For them, how can they maximize the amount of gold that we can get someone like Sorrow on this Italy? Because Karthus is not particularly very dangerous in the early game, and you can invade this guy. So RNG need to get early vision, track where Sorrow is. Italy for Sorrow, 6 games played, 2 and 4. Care has flash. Yeah, it should just be out of this. This is going to help for Tong Yuan to find a recall in the mid lane. Can go for a tank build, has all of those crate itemization kind of buffs that he gets. I don't think this is a real gank. Milky Way is just incredibly homeless right now.
Yeah, he's got nothing better to do, so might as well just head down to the bottom lane. Chunk Way out, not going to be enough to kill, obviously, but last season, obviously, with it being picked by Zatsu in game number 1, not a possibility. But instead, he's going to be the target on the Aatrox this time around. Tops the world ender, but the rest of his squad has arrived. Jway just gets caught under the turret, and it's RNG picking up first blood.
Are on their way, but they're walking straight into the arms of RNG.
Lola looking to try and punish here.
There let's go, Lola!
Tong Yuan all the way from underneath his own turret. Care just goes down. Jachi gets on the board. And so RNG, despite all the shenanigans that have been happening in the jungle, find themselves up 2 kills, up a dragon, up a little bit of gold, and well, FPX certainly want to pick this up to get themselves closer to that feat of strength. And they're
There
going to
it is,
start with
okay.
an engage onto said jungler. Milkyway gets bursted down with the help of Jue, and a big fate sealed. They're going to try to turn things around for RNG. Already 2 are dead on the other side. Jiaozu with the World Ender unlocked will heal a ton, but is not going to escape the wrath of Care, who now is just eviscerating people with the Gatling gun in the front line. That is another kill for Care. Bot flashing over. That's the counter aggression we were talking about, but Jachi will answer right back with a kill of his own. The 80 carry duel goes RNG's way. Sheer trying to take him down and will, despite the rocket jump lumbing through. Tongyuan flashes over. We got chaos in the mid lane. It's 10 kills in 11 minutes.
But Herald is now up, and we're going to start to do our little dance.
Not the Baron, but still a big objective, especially for somebody like RNG. You have a lot of turn taking power with Istana, with a burst open mid would be huge. And right now it looks like they could be in that position as Jue just gets one shot. It's Lola picking up the kill, but Jachi did most of that work. Thought he went aggressive around this area just a few minutes ago.
Oh, Sorrow, no!
Sorrow, who might have bit off a little bit more than he could chew, and Xiaozu flashes in with the World Ender and picks up the first reset of the fight for RNG. Care backs away, will be able to go to safety, but RNG win the fight. They get 2 for 1. Realize it until now with that start being placed. Looks like now
Milkyway
is the option. Milkyway gets caught. He still has the passive, and the Requiem will come out, but that's a big member of RNG dead. Tongyuan in trouble. The Dragon is still alive, and that means that FPX can claim it if they win this fight. Jachi's still alive. So is Jiaozu. Lola looking for potentially an escape route, but not going to find it. Sorrow picks up the kill. It's 3-0 FPX, and they're not done yet. Jachi has to flash away from the Lily Spear, and Tier 2 is now on the menu for Fun plus Phoenix. Screw the Dragon, they're headed towards Otacon.
Ona ults land on us. The first time, fine, I can get it. Maybe the hitbox looked a little strange, but that time, dead on to rights. Milky Way gets caught. It ends up being a huge fight for them. Like you said, not going for the Dragon. I think you're perfectly okay with just trading for a voracious Otacon buff in your back pocket here. It's going to be RNG finding themselves at Soul Point here, but that buff is just too OP, and we'll see what they're able to do with it now that
Milky Way and the rest of RNG really focused around this Baron pit. Looks like they know that this is happening now as Tongyuan has joined the area and actually forces Sorrow out of the pit at least for a little bit. Now the rest of RNG wants to try to respond. FPX surely get this with the smite. Now the question is, can they get out with their lives? Not going to connect, so Tongyuan has to flash right back over the wall. Teleport comes in from Care. All 5 members of FPX in the mid lane, and they will all escape with their lives. It's going to be a couple minutes until we see that Dragon spawn, so now Baron really is the topic of conversation if you are FPX. Sorrow and the gang going to start it up. They think that they have the advantage in a potential fight. Milky Way in the area does still have the flash to get over the pit despite there being no blast cone in the vicinity. Baron at 9,000 HP. Looks like right now FPX are trying to bait a fight.
It's a pincer here.
Oh, big engage there for Lola. Jiaozu coming in here with the World Ender as well, but Jachi gets 1 shot. It's going to be a combination of Sorrow and the support, but look at the Requiem on the other side. That's a double kill for Milky Way, and RNG go 3 for 1. Sure, the ADC's down, but RNG have all 4 of the remaining members on the Baron on their own. Would have been nice to pick up that turret, but looks like that's not going to happen for a little bit. Question is, what can they do with this Baron buff that lasts for another 2 minutes? It looks like instead they just want to force another fight. Jue going forward. Solar Flare lands onto Jachi, but there's nobody to follow up, and instead it's just Leona going down for free. Xiaozu with the World Ender on is going to get singled out and taken down. It'll be Sorrow picking up the shutdown. Now it's a 4v4, Dragon spawning in less than a minute. Advantage in terms of players that are on the map in this 4v4 go to FPX. Macro going here, 2 legendary organizations going at it here. Winner potentially in a good spot to lock up the quarterfinals, and Sheer could have been in trouble. Burns the flash, has some of the CC immunity with the Ram stance.
I've been really impressed with the 2 of them, especially as kind of newcomers to the league. And
oh wow. Lola going very aggressive. I mean, he has the unbreaking will, so he'll be able to survive a little bit. Nice shot from Jachi to get away from the Italy Spear. Care going very aggressive and gets buster shotted away. Baron spawns in about a minute, so there's not a ton of major objectives to fight for right now. Jachi has to rocket jump away
at this base and make it very difficult for the side of RNG to play this game. Tongyuan is trying to find Q3, but he is in the bottom side. He's going to solo this objective, so RNG need to be creative and stop FPX from immediately obliterating this Baron.
And FPX, no, they gotta send this quick. Requiem comes out. Let's see how much damage it does. Not too much, especially with the healing and the spell shields. But if
that's Mountain Soul
chunking things in. Mountain Soul now claimed. Can Tangyuan get to the fight first? Lola starts the engage on the Care, but he's able to back away. Not a ton of follow-up off the Alistar. The Baron is still alive.
Oh no, Jachi!
RNG should be able to get it. Jachi goes way too far forward though and will get shut down. It's a 4v5 on the map in favor of FPX. Milkyway has run out of mana. Milkyway is going to fall. The kill goes over to Care, and Tangyuan has to ult away to safety. 2 kills go over to FPX, but RNG get the Baron and the Soul.
And then Josh is just like, okay, I'm jumping forward, puts himself in a really bad spot. And that might just send us to game 5 here, as FPX are now looking to push with this Baron buff and those 5 grubs.
It'll at least be the inhibitor. Tangyuan doing a nice job to clear out the wave in mid to make sure it would be way too long until the next wave arrives.
It's to go for either the Zephyr or maybe even going for the Merc Tread.
Look at Care!
Oh my god, Care!
Care's dead. Tangyuan one-shot him with the Flash Ultimate. That is a big member for Fun plus Phoenix, down for the count for the next 55 seconds and change. 4v5 on the map. Tangyuan sending his way back towards mid lane to clear this wave, try to pick up as many objectives as possible. The top lane inhibitor is dead, and mid lane wave is being escorted to try to make it a 2-for-1 special on the inhibs.
And all this time we've been talking about these 2 rookie AD carries, and it is Tangyuan who finally finds his angle on this Yone. I mean, the franchise player coming in for RNG, he's been in their development pipeline for such a long time, and he's finally kind of making good. It is a single series that we've been able to see from him. It was a rough 2024. Elder spawn for the first time here in the LPL for 2025. Baron's up in 10. There are so many objectives. I think right now both teams are more important. You just have to go for this Elder. The fact that it has that execute, with how high damage both of these teams are, you just can't give it over to someone like Nidalee or this Karthus.
That's a big cooldown. Jue throws out the Solar Flare, does not hit anybody. They have to be very careful about the super minions in the top side. They are marching into the enemy base, and because of that, FPX must reset and seed the Elder Dragon over to RNG. It's going to be just bot there to clear things out. That Nexus turret is dead, and now look at Tangyuan. Teleports are coming through. RNG might be trying to go for the throat. They have the executes at their disposal, but Tangyuan taken down to 50% HP, and will have to back away with the Ignite ticking on top of him. He still has a teleport available if they want to try to go for the throat here. Instead, they also have the option potentially to go towards Baron, but no, they want this game, and they want it now.
They've got a Tristana. I think it's perfectly reasonable. Tangyuan finishing off a Mercurial Scimitar. So he wants to make sure that he's off of this.
Gonna escort a wave of super minions in. A nice engagement roll up combined with a 2-man Fade Sealed. That is the Corki dead. That is Sorrow dead as well. And that will be the game. And that will be the series. Royal never give up. Have a royal start to 2025. And they win the first best of 5 in Group D.
It's a 3-1 victory for them, and a great one at that. It was a